If you're looking to clear a full combo a level 20 singles chart, Dignity S20 might be a good place to start. Although it's not the easiest S20 whatsoever, the original crazy chart for Dignity has a lot of sections that are easy to cheat with the right technique. There are two requirements though. You should be able to play 195 BPM 16th note bursts comfortably, and also be able to hit 3-note brackets. Side note, you should also have a decent understanding of Pump It Up's terminology, so if you don't understand what I mean when I say bracket or double step, go watch Happy Feet's video on the topic and then come back. With that out of the way, let's begin. Dignity starts off straightforward for the first 4 measures, but the first crossover comes in at 38 combo. Instead of doing half an M run, double step these 3 notes with your right foot, then double step the first note of the triplet, still with your right foot, then you can finish the triplet by bracketing the last 2 notes with your left. Here, you want to hit the first note with your right foot, then bracket the last 2 with your left. Same thing here, just switched, left, then bracket with right. Here we're doing both of the things that we just did, but just back to back. First note with the right foot, then bracket with left, then double step with left, then bracket with right. This triplet right here is pretty awkward to hit because it requires you to hit the first note with your right foot, then double step the bracket also with your right foot, and this method of turning your foot inward is pretty awkward to hit, so I think you might be able to bracket the first 2 notes, or roll them with your right foot, then hit the center note with your left foot, but I don't know, that could be just as awkward. I haven't tried it. Here you want to bracket the first 2 notes with your right foot, and then double step the 3rd and 4th notes with your left foot. If you've made it this far, congrats on making it past the first 25 seconds of the song. Now that you know what to do, I'll play the intro back at full speed. Try to remember the techniques that you need to perform to hit each pattern properly. This upcoming bridge uses a lot of double stepping, but it mainly consists of patterns that we've already talked about, the only difference being that they appear more often. Here you want to bracket the first 2 notes with your left foot, then hit the next note with your right, then bracket the next 2 with your right, then hit the last note with your left. This pattern right here is a little tricky to get down, but once you understand it, it's pretty easy. Hit the first note with your left foot, then bracket the next 2 notes with your right, then double step to the next note with your right, then bracket the last notes with your left foot. We saw something similar to this earlier. Just hit the first note with your left foot, then bracket the next 2 notes with your right, then double step the next note with your right foot, then bracket the last 2 notes with your left. I've actually found that hitting these 12th note crossovers is a lot easier when you hit them legit instead of cheating, but I guess if you find cheating easier, then go ahead. You definitely want to double step these 3 notes, the center, up, left, down, left. It makes this section of the song just a million times easier. I've tried hitting it legit, but crossing over down to that down right from the down left is just ridiculous. We finally made it. The illustrious M run. This part of the chart is usually a make or break for a FC or pass run, and for a good reason. It's freaking insane. But cheating it, thankfully, isn't that complicated, it's just really difficult to pull off. First, you want to hit the first note with your left foot, then jump to the top 3 notes and bracket the whole triplet, then hit the down right with your right foot, then bracket the top 3 again for the triplet, and then finally hit the down left with your left foot to start the next cycle. Pretty simple, right? Wrong, because you need to do this 4 times in a row. To hit this 4 times requires so much consistency, along with being able to keep good tempo. It's really easy to start hitting super early, which can cause a lot of bads and misses to chain up and fail you out. If you manage to make it past this though, don't relax quite yet, because believe it or not, there's still 2 more awkward sections that are really easy to trip up on. To hit this fast crossover thing, you'll need to utilize a technique called bracket foot switching, which you should know about if you watched the Happy Feature video. You'll also know it's a pretty uncommon technique that isn't used at all, but crazy enough, here it is. You're going to want to start off by hitting the first down right and center normally, then you want to start off the bracket foot switch by bracketing up right and center with your right foot, then alternating by bracketing up left and center with your left foot. Now just do that sequence one more time and boom, you've hit it. Do not forget about the hold notes at the end though. Remember to keep both of the reds held down. Hopefully this managed to help anyone who is struggling with this chart, or even these types of patterns that are in it. For me, Dignity S20 was the kind of chart where it sort of felt impossible when I first played it, but once I sat down and looked at the tech I needed, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. I'd like to give a really big shout out to the Korean pump channel Stepzwa for putting out amazing content, especially the Pump Me Amadeus tutorial, which kind of inspired me to make this whole thing. Oh, and I also want to give credit to all the people's videos that I used. Those will all be in the description. And other than that, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of tutorial. Let me know what songs you guys want to see next, or if I made any mistakes, let me know in the comments. And any criticism, because this is my first time making this kind of stuff. Yeah, thank you very much. Remember to subscribe, or not, I guess. I don't know. See you guys.
사항으로 지